The value of well-planned product presentations can easily be measured in terms of your own increased sales. Product presentation is your personal formula to make your prospect want to buy a car from you today.
My product presentation allows me to relate the car to the customer and the customer to the car, showing them what the car can do for them and how it can suit their needs and why it's the best value for their money.
Three of the things I do like to point out to a prospect are the comfort, the convenience, and the roominess of the vehicle. If you miss your first opportunity to present these, you may never have the opportunity to point them out again.
Successful American Motors salesmen have some interesting ideas about product presentation. Different men, different ideas, but at least one major thing in common: careful planning. An effective product presentation doesn't just happen. You have to work to make it happen. Now, most pros agree that there are three basic steps that keep you in control of the sale. They are the things you say, the things you do, and the things that your prospect does. Let's consider each briefly. First of all, the things you say, the advantages and the benefits that relate to a feature.
In my product presentation on a Pacer, I emphasize mainly visibility in the car, the complete 360-degree visibility that you have in the driver's position in the car. I also like to emphasize the amount of interior room, the fact that it seats 4 full-size adults without cramping.
Even though the Sportabout is considered a small wagon, has easy maneuverability to it, it does give one the roominess they need, the convenience of a larger wagon in the interior.
Cherokee is a good vehicle for driving around town. It gives you plenty of space to carry groceries or lumber or fertilizer for your yard. In addition, the Cherokee will get you through just about anything.
Notice in each case, the salesman first covered the feature, what it is, then the advantage, what it does, and finally the benefit, what it means to the customer. You see, this way your prospect understands not just the features of the vehicle, but more importantly, the value he's getting for his money.
With the Sportabout, you've got the good fuel economy coupled with the larger gas tank. You've got the utility of a wagon. It's just a lot more car for the money.
The Cherokee has a complete steel top from front to back and side to side, completely reinforced, welded. It's not just an add-on feature like the competition's.
The things you say, the first step in product presentation. Also important are the things you do, the physical actions you perform in presenting the product, standing in a position that emphasizes the feature you're presenting. If you're talking about the interior, standing next to the open door in a way that invites the customer into the car, and when the guy is sitting in the driver's seat, making sure that he's comfortable behind the wheel. Not just telling him about the features, but showing them to him. One very successful way of keeping your presentation on track is with 6-position selling. The 6 positions around the vehicle include right front, right side, rear, left side, left front, and inside. As you walk around the vehicle with your prospect, use each one of these 6 positions as kind of a reference point to jog your memory about specific product features. This way, you'll cover everything in an organized way. For instance, when you get the prospect to the back of the Wagoneer, open the tailgate and cover the points of low liftover height for less strain and loading, optional power tailgate window for added convenience, and of course, exceptional cargo capacity. Demonstrate the feature, cover the advantages, and impress the prospect with the product benefits. It's equally important to get the prospect into the act. Step 3, the things your prospect does, the way you involve him or her in your presentation.
I want to get the man into the Cherokee to be able to show off the features like the high back seating, the center armrest. There's a lot of headroom in a Cherokee. And if you don't put the man in the vehicle, he's not going to be able to really appreciate these features the way that he should.
A good product presentation requires preparation. Have a plan in mind on how to present any car, and then adjust it to the specific vehicle that'll best meet your customer's needs.
I found a very effective way to sell a customer on
Our product line is not to concentrate on one specific model, but two models.
Even if they come in and look at a Sportabout or a Gremlin, I sell them the car they think they're interested in, and then I say, oh, by the way, let's go ride a Pacer just for kicks, come on. And I get them in that car, and then instead of them thinking, which shall I buy, a Hornet or another manufacturer's product, this way they go home and say, what shall I buy, a Hornet or a Pacer?
Have a well-planned product presentation, and then tailor it to each individual prospect. Watch his reactions to color, equipment, and options. Be enthusiastic. If you're excited about your product, it's more likely your customer will be too.
You got to remember that we see these cars every day, and the customer may only buy once every third or fourth or fifth year. He's got a right to get enthusiastic, and part of our job is to help him get enthusiastic. It helps the sale.
Watch your customer closely so you can tailor your presentation to his specific needs and interests.
Some of the points that you're going to show a customer in the Cherokee, however, won't really interest him. Move on and show him the next item, but at least be sure that you mention it to him so he's aware of the differences between the Cherokee and the competition.
Even if they show no interest in the engine, I'll still cover it. Because if they do go shopping on the car, they'll have it in the back of their mind that this car, according to the AMC salesman, has a better engine than the Ford or the Plymouth or the Chevy.
No product presentation is complete either without letting your prospect enjoy the pleasure of driving that new AMC or Jeep vehicle. Most pros agree that it's the ride that really sells.
At the start of the demo ride, I drive the car out of the dealership. About the halfway point in the demo ride, I turn the customer to the driver's position where he can feel the same things that I've been telling him about in the first half of the demo ride. He has a chance to drive it as he would drive it in his normal everyday driving, which is something that I can't do for him.
Planning is as important to your demo ride as it was in your presentation. If you prepare your demo ride carefully, your customer's main questions like how does it ride, how does it handle, how does it accelerate and stop, will all be answered to his complete satisfaction. Another point, don't forget the sales tools that are available to you.
I always like to take a customer over to the dealer information center, point out the various options, colors available, and the upholstery that blends with the exterior colors.
The Dealer Information Center, valuable selling aids grouped at your fingertips to support your product presentation. And of course, a great deal of product information and sales help is readily available through the audio-visual programs on AMC and Jeep vehicles, as well as programs explaining the buyer protection plan and, of course, other important subjects too. Finally, take every opportunity to build your dealership into the presentation. Its integrity, the length of time it's been in business, and its reputation for fair deals. And don't neglect the service department.
One thing that I do like to emphasize is the fact that our service department is good. If they do have a problem, I will be here to help them. And in that way, we sell ourselves in addition to selling the automobile.
An effective product presentation doesn't just happen. It's planned, it's rehearsed, it's adjusted to meet the selling situation. And as always, the payoff is in more sales, bigger grosses, more money for you. Remember the important points. The things you say, the things you do, the things the prospect does. Sell the advantages of the features, not just the features. Be organized. Use 6-position selling. Include a well-planned demonstration ride. One of the most important keys to successful selling is a good product presentation.